Hey, this is Gravel. Today we talk about Gravel Worlds. We talk about what is in LeLan's future, near future. We show highlights from Gravel Worlds. We show interviews from Gravel Worlds. We talk Burnout with LeLan, and we talk social media.
Why wouldn't you stay right here?
Boom. Hi, and welcome to This is Gravel. I'm Bobby Thompson. With me today is LeLan Danes, as normal. It's actually been a couple months since I've been on the show. This is after DK. I guess I had a DK hangover this summer, right? Dirty Kanza hangover.
It happens.
So I have been riding, but what's been going on lately? What's coming up in your world? You got some stuff coming up, right?
Yeah. Well, we've got Salsa Ride Camp coming up, which I'm really excited for.
Explain that a little.
Myself for going up for that. Yeah. So this is a camp weekend, 3 or 4 day adventure. You bring your bike and tent and camping supplies, and they pretty much take care of the rest. In fact, I recommend you bring a bike, but they've actually got demos out for you to ride, so you can ride Salsa bikes on single track, on gravel, whatever your pleasure, a little bit of both throughout the weekend. They feed you, they've got presentations, they've got sponsors there.
It's open to the public, right? Or it was?
Well, registration is still open.
Okay.
So folks can still get registered. The price is actually really phenomenal for 3 days of camping and food and presentations and bikes and riding. So really looking forward to getting out of town for that.
Very cool. I think that'd be a nice vacation away and just relax on the bike and relax with like-minded people and just chill, right?
Absolutely.
Cool.
And yourself?
Just got back from Gravel Worlds. So I've been doing a little bit of riding. So we had this August is a busy month, you know. For me, we had the 24 hours of coming first week of August, and then we had Lunar Kanza the next week. And then we go right into Gravel Worlds, and then next Wednesday I leave for Rebecca's private Idaho and Ketchum, Idaho. So yeah, it's been a lot of riding for me.
So after Labor Day weekend, Carrie has told you to hang up the bike?
She's been very polite and not saying anything, but I think that's the unspoken next step for me. So to relax a little bit more. Yeah. But we've also had a summer full of casual rides. Evening rides and group rides with friends and ice cream rides and stuff. Yeah. So it's been a good summer. So yeah, we all just got back from Gravel Worlds, and producer Matt got a great highlight reel. So let's watch that.
To hear your Gravel Worlds highlights in 90 seconds, brought to you by Gravel City Adventure and Supply Company.
So that was a pretty cool finish. We saw Collin Strickland win that. Collin's from Austin, Texas, and next Matt got an interview with him.
What was it like up here on this Nebraska gravel? Have you done much gravel before?
I ride gravel for training just in Central Texas, just because it's a lot less traffic, and I enjoy the engagement. You have to be kind of present and picking lines. So for that reason, I do train on gravel quite a bit for road racing and fixed gear racing. But these roads were just, it was nothing like I've ridden. I've ridden North Texas races where it's just flat right angle turns, but this undulating, non-stop undulating was really fun, because every 500 meters you get up to 35 miles an hour. So I really enjoy going fast on these bikes, and it's a nice opportunity to just rip it up to speed, roll up the next roller, and then you kind of, just soft pedal over the top, and then over and over and over and over.
Now, this was a 150-mile event today, and I know it took off fast. Kind of walk me through maybe the first 2 checkpoints. I know it was a big group sticking together there at the beginning.
Let's see, the first 2 checkpoints. The first checkpoint came at mile 85, and I think we had pretty much our selection with plus Tanner at that point, plus Tanner from Oklahoma Bicycle Project. So by the final checkpoint, that was only 25 miles to go-ish, I think, and we had lost Tanner, but it was the final 4 of us at that point.
Talk to me a little bit about the bike you're using out here today. What did you choose to run?
I am running essentially the perfect machine for these events. It's a Pinarello Gone disc. It's a gravel-specific race bike. It's kind of from the heritage of the Dogma. So you have extremely aero tube shapes with kind of all the Dogma shapes integrated as well, like it's a little compliance in the fork, but this one features through axles, disc brakes, rotor Q rings. I'm running a 1x with the new Rotor Uno group set, which is full hydraulic brakes and hydraulic shifting. So this is some new stuff, which is exciting. And while I'm not happy about it necessarily, I am happy about it, but we're running aero bars made by Envy, which are kind of necessary to be competitive, just to rest your back and get in the prolonged aero position without fatigue. But yeah, these bars are amazing, and we make some amazing stuff, including their SES all-road disc rims, which are essentially the perfect. This whole bike is just perfect for this course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to add about today?
Philwood hubs and Envy rims are kind of like,
yeah.
I'm in heaven riding this bike. It's unreal. Let's see, anything else to add? Thanks to the promoters for a pretty stellar event. I drove up here with my guest rider, Kevin Gherkins from Elbows Racing, and yeah, that's really fun, beautiful course, cool. And cool landscape to get to explore.
Pretty fun watching those guys come in like that.
I love it.
Alison Tetrick got first place also. We know her from Dirty Kanza this year. Apparently, someone needs to tell her you don't have to always win a gravel race by sprinting at the end, but she did have another sprint finish. Awesome.
In fact, this is pretty uncommon, but I think it speaks to the depth of talent that we're seeing at gravel events now, and it makes for some exciting racing.
Absolutely. Alison, I love having you at these events with us. Matt got a chance to talk with her. We'll watch that.
So Alison, we saw you, a month or 2 ago at DK. You're back on gravel. What brought you back to gravel?
Well, I've been relishing my Dirty Kanza win. I don't think I've taken my belt buckle off. Slightly obnoxious, but I always wanted to be a rodeo queen, and so. And I had to keep racing with my professional team, Silence Pro Cycling. I did the Colorado Classic and the Tour de Big Bear, which was super fun. And I heard that there's this thing called Gravel World Championships, and I thought, well, what better time than the year I win DK to come out here to Lincoln, Nebraska for Gravel Worlds. Pretty stoked to have that jersey.
Not only your second win, but second sprint finish. What was that like out there today?
I think I'm just making this stuff really hard on myself. I just like to race with the boys at the beginning so hard, and I probably pay the price. But it's super fun to challenge myself. And one of these days, I'm just going to stay in the front group of men.
Do you think gravel is going to continue being a thing for you now?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to expanding my gravel career into next year. So I've got some really great partners, and I think it's an awesome community, and I have a ton of fun, and I love the people that are out here racing bikes and just riding bikes. So gravel might be my new jam.
Okay. Anything anything else you'd like to add about today?
I just really thank the Pirate Cycling League. Super great support out there. It's a difficult course. It's hard, and the town of Lincoln, Nebraska for hosting us.
Sweet. Thanks, producer Matt, for getting down there at the finish line, getting those interviews. That's always kind of fun to hear from the winners like that. Gravel Worlds is kind of the year-end big event in this region. So next step, you have a long wait until, December. Now, there's a lot of local events and stuff, but by this time we've done, you've got Land Run that started in March. You've gone through 6 or 7 months of gravel riding. A lot of us are starting to wear down.
Yeah.
So as you transition into fall,
this is somewhat the 7th inning stretch of the gravel season, and so it's easy to, well, one, you probably want to take a break, and you should, but it can be hard to kind of return because there is a lot more fun to be had. September and October in particular are fantastic months for weather especially. Great time to be out on the bike. So producer Matt and I sat down and we chatted about how to prevent burnout and how to gear yourself up for the final stretch, if you will, and gear back up for some rides in some really beautiful months.
I gotta say, I really need to see this video. So can't
Excellent.
wait.
Hello, I'm LeLan with Dirty Kanza Promotions, and this is Gravel, of course. And today we are going to have some real talk. We're going to talk about how to negate the effects of burnout, possibly even avoid it altogether. We are in the 7th inning stretch, if you will, of the gravel season, and with rides popping up as early as February and running all through the end of the year, it can really be tiring, both physically and mentally. And as much as we probably don't want to admit it, or some of us don't want to admit it, that takes its toll, and it's hard to keep up, especially if you're wanting to be competitive and keep a high level. There are some things that you need to know. If you are burning out, either overtraining physically or just mentally burned out, just getting tired of it, because day in and day out, week in and week out, month after month, it can be hard to keep that pace up. It's also not wise. You need to take a break. Take it easy. That's step number 1. If you find that you are having trouble sleeping at night, a little bit grumpy, maybe depressed feeling, those are some signs of overtraining. If you're not able to hit the same numbers on a consistent basis, those are all signs that you're probably doing too much and your body is telling you to slow your roll a little bit. So do not be afraid to take a little time off. Most type A competitive personalities struggle with this because you want to go, go, go and always want to push yourself. But you can only push yourself if you also give yourself a little bit of a break. So that's how you can try to avoid it, by giving yourself some down periods throughout your training. If you're there and you might need just a little bit more time. 30 days is usually enough. Take a step back, take a breather. It's not going to be the end of the world. You'll come back stronger and fresher and ready to train some more for fall events. Find some new roads. Possibly even turn off the gadgets, turn off the electronics. At the very least, don't pay attention to them. Usually that's, if you're training especially, that's a cause of a lot of stress for folks because you're very focused on hitting these certain numbers. So just turn them off. If you really want to record that yearly mileage and keep it going, that's fantastic. Take your head unit off and put it in your back pocket. Hit start, put it in your pocket, and just don't look at it, because the pace, the time, the distance don't matter. Ride for the reasons you got started in the first place, which is just to see the sights, have some fun, explore new places. Find new people. Join a group ride that maybe you don't usually do. If you're accustomed to hammering on the weekly group ride and you need a little break from that, then join in on a beginner ride. Meet new people. Use your knowledge to help them get into the sport and give back a little bit that way. On the flip side, if you're new and you're a beginner and you're getting a little stale, then you probably need to push yourself. So it works the other way too. If you're looking to try new things, join a group ride that is a little bit out of your comfort zone, and that will keep things fresh and challenging for you. Try something different, possibly. If you are so far gone, either physically or mentally, that you just need a break altogether, this is particularly good advice coming into the winter months. Maybe hang the bike up for a little bit. It will not hurt you to hang that in the garage or in your basement and take a month or two and go for a jog. Keep the cardio up, but do something entirely different. Try some strength training. It'll rejuvenate you mentally for sure, because you're doing something new and something you're not accustomed to, and you won't be so far back as you think by losing that training time. So that's what I've got for today. We'd love to hear your ideas. Let us know in the comments section of what you do to prevent burnout and recover from it. Thanks.
Sweet. Well done, the master of the videos as normal. Thanks, LeLan, for that.
There you go.
That info. Now I know what to do for September, October, November, as long as you can keep Carrie from flattening my tires for me. So get right
I don't
on
think
that.
I would step in between her and her objectives there.
That's probably the best bet. So, Matt was able to get quite a few pictures from this last show. So.
This is, I love Q&A. I've made that well known to our viewers, but I have to admit, I really enjoy seeing where everyone's been riding, especially as the show goes on, and we've been doing this a couple years now almost. I love seeing all the new people from all over the world.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for posting that and sharing that with us. We can't say how much that means to us. Absolutely. So
let's take a look. Where you been riding?
Thank you, Bobby and LeLan. If you'd like to see your photos featured in this segment, make sure you log on to all the Gravel Guru social media and share your pics with us. We always love to see what's out there. First up, we've got Adam, riding outside Fort Collins, Colorado. Then we've got Savan, riding his first night ride of the season. They had 12 of them out for the evening, and they all got drenched in a storm, but said it was a blast. Chip Weber took a short ride to Douglas, Kansas, out riding the Butler County, Kansas gravel. Joey was out riding in Spruce Knob, West Virginia. Louise was bikepacking around a volcano there in Costa Rica. They did over 100 kilometers of gravel, seeing wildlife, and going on an amazing adventure. Mary was out enjoying the sunset on Lunar, Kanza. A lot of our followers were out there doing the Lunar. What an amazing event. Matt Hopkin was doing the Haddam Hounds 100 Metric Century Fun Ride. 4,700 feet of climbing and 62 miles. Looks like an awesome ride. Nick was out riding on Old Flowers Road in the mountains of West Fort Collins, saying it was a brutal ride, 3,000 feet of elevation and 16 miles. This area was burned by the massive High Park fire in 2012. Sarah was out riding near Waldron, Missouri, and Vinny was enjoying the Sam Houston National Forest. Thank you to everybody that submitted these photos, and remember, you can submit yours too through our social media. If you haven't had a chance, make sure you head over to gravelguru.com and check out our brand new website. We launched this last week and are really enjoying the new platform to showcase all of this awesome content.
Awesome. Do you think we're on that website very often? I'd like to be there too. Maybe it's like have just us or silhouettes in the background. Maybe we could change the whole logo of Gravel Guru and just have the silhouettes in the background. We could be doing like the old James Bond kind of thing.
There's not even a bio page for people to get to know us.
Oh.
I love talking about myself.
We could do a bio. We could do our own. We could just totally redirect people.
Actually, there is a bio page. You guys are on the site.
Hey!
Shows you how much we know.
We get a photo shoot later, I bet. So very cool, very cool. Thank you. Thanks for watching the show. Thanks for sending us all of your ride photos, pictures. Really enjoy seeing it all. So
that's all. I got nothing.
That's it. You got nothing?
Wrap it up.
All right, wrap it up. We're done. Thank you. See you next week.